Why did Wazoo choose to continue the Apple Cup despite the fact that Washington is essentially abandoning them to whatever fate befalls them to go join the Big Ten? To talk about this, I'm going to have to talk about college football in a way that some people don't really like, but it is relevant because it's how the sport actually functions. So, in the last big wave of realignment, like 10 or so years ago, it was all about your television market and getting into new markets, right? This is why Rutgers is in the Big Ten. It's not that they're particularly popular in New York, but they are in the New York market. It's easier for the Big Ten to go to New York market cable providers and pitch their network, the Big Ten network, to those cable providers if they've got a university in that market, among other things. And a lot of people still talk sometimes about the current wave of realignment as though that's the thing driving it. It's still there, it's not completely gone, but it's not the main thing anymore. It just isn't. It's why 10 years ago it might have been somewhat difficult to get a second, I don't know, Texas school or Florida school or South Carolina school into the SEC, but now all of a sudden it's fine because now it's about brand power and content. And Wazoo's not a small brand. It's not nearly as big as the very biggest, of course, you know that. But it's not a small brand. It's got impact, it's got purchase, it's got traction. One of its biggest pieces of content that give it what it has as far as brand power is the Apple Cup. So if you were looking at this as a content menu for a streaming service, right, you would not want to cancel your biggest show. Now, I do get the emotions because that's how we actually experience it, right? We experience it emotionally. But Wazoo made a smart decision here. They will continue to benefit from it. It will color the rivalry. It will change the flavor a little bit. And Wazoo will continue to benefit from it for years to come. Those classic rivalries, right? They have built-in narrative, built-in emotional stakes. It's fantastic content, and that is how this sport actually works. It's an entertainment product. It functions on the really similar logic, not identical, but really similar logic to every other entertainment product.